and welcome back to Take a Sip, the podcast for women growing small businesses and trying to do it all. My name is Carla Philippakis, and I'm here with Carla and Joe.
Hello.
Hello, ladies. Guess what? I have a fresh cup of peppermint tea, and it's hot.
Did I make you jealous?
Yeah, I joined the peppermint tea.
Peppermint tea.
Yeah, peppermint
All of
tea,
us now
peppermint
have
tea,
peppermint tea.
Because it's winter and it's damn cold.
It's bloody
it's
cold.
so cold.
Yes, damn cold. So today's another big topic. I feel like all my topics are just like so massive.
We are women and we are dramatic, so.
No.
Excuse me, can you not put out that stigma?
What are you talking about?
I'm not dramatic. I'm passionate.
We are passionate, yes. That's the word. We're passionate.
So today is Find Your Village, Why Community Matters in Business.
Oh, I feel like we always bang on about this. I bang on about this on my socials constantly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We need a village, not just for business, but mums as well. Everywhere we need a village.
Absolutely.
In life.
In life, we can't. We're not meant to. We're not built to be alone.
So we're starting off with this. I'm lonely in my business.
I've always been lonely before I joined BMS. I've had other networking groups, but I still felt lonely.
Lonely.
So lonely. We need the network. So it takes a village to raise a baby. So it takes a village to raise a business.
Mm-hmm. So whether you're answering your own emails, packing orders, creating content, or doing your own marketing, or just hosting an event, it is a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're doing most of it on your own, it can feel isolating and overwhelming. That's how I started BMS, because I was struggling back in the beginning. I didn't know about networking. I didn't even know what I was doing. I just wanted to just work for my own because I saw things and my husband said, you can do it, you start it. So I just threw myself in the deep end and started a business. And then I thought, oh God, no one knows about me. How do I grow? What do I do? Here I am teaching kids activities and I'm making them make slime and all these fun things. But no, it wasn't a preschool service, even though I'm a preschool teacher by trade. I found it really hard. And I typed in the word networking, only because maybe I was reading articles or something back in the day. It was probably newspaper. We read newspapers back in the day. And I found out about networking and thought, okay, where do I do that? And they were all so far away. So I went to those, but I was judged. I didn't rock up in, I don't know,
Corporate.
Yeah, maybe like, Louis Vuitton shoes or something. Even I love Louis Vuitton, or maybe one day I'll get Louis Vuitton shoes. But anyway, I didn't come dressed. I didn't have a certain look. I mean, I looked quite presentable, but I got looked at and I sat down in a group that I had no idea who I was sitting next to. And I got this question. And what do you do?
That's like something we all dreaded as creatives.
So when I answered that, I struggled because I thought, holy moly, what do? I teach kids activities, or I host messy events for kids. I didn't even know how to explain it. I just said, I am an early childhood educator, but I started my own business because I thought I could start blah, blah, blah. And I just sort of lost them. I'm like, wow, you didn't even finish listening to what I was saying. And I turned around and said, I explained what I do. So back then when I started, I was teaching activities all over Sydney and blah, blah, blah. And they started turning around. I said, but hang on, do you have kids? Yeah, they're in the creche. And I'm thinking to myself, there's a networking and there's creche in the corner. Thinking to myself, I could have brought my son here back in the day.
Or you could have been in there educating the kids.
I know. It could have been me during the creche. So they did have kids. So that's when they were like, oh, yeah, I've got kids. They're in the creche and the nanny or whoever's looking after them. I'm like, well, what are they doing in there? I don't know. They're doing like story time, Play-Doh and all blah, 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 blah. I'm like, that's what I do. But I don't do creche, but my business provides all those activities at your location. Kind of like the creche, but a bit more high end or a bit more intensive sort of thing. And that's when I went, oh my God, you're judging me because I'm doing that, but you're paying for that service.
Yeah.
So anyway, long story short, I created BMS.
Very long story.
It is a long story. I could be here all day. But today we are talking about finding your village, the people who lift you up, cheer you on, and remind you that you are not doing this alone. We are so lonely in business. Is it because we're behind computers or doing whatever? I want you to chat all about this and give some tips for the lovely listeners out there. So, Carla, we'll go with you. Why did you feel so lonely in business? Like, you've been around for 18 years. You've been an amazing photographer. Why are you so lonely? Like, look at you. You're amazing. You're vibrant. Everyone loves your vibe. Like, why were you lonely in business? You're a professional. You're not like someone just teaching them like me how to make Play-Doh or play with Play-Doh. Like,
Yeah.
What happened? Like,
For
why?
me,
Yeah, tell us.
well, I obviously got lost in motherhood, but in the business side of things, there were networking events out there. And like you, I was also kind of looked down on, like, oh, you're just a photographer. And money is money, or, you know, I'll go in there proudly that I'm a photographer and constantly be told, oh, they want to know if the money I'm making was sustainable for my family. Like, there was constant like that. I'll walk in proud and then I'll leave, you know, feeling deflated.
Jeez.
Like I was laughed at or anything, right? So then I stopped networking altogether. But that made me feel lonely because I felt like there was nobody else out there that could see me for what I was doing, for who I am, or what I do for the community around me. So I literally just gave up and just focused on my business and what I was doing for my people. But there was no one in the back end kind of helping me, cheer me on, or, you know, bounce off ideas. So that was a very long time. So in the 18 years, the first half of my business, I was networking, but I didn't know how to network properly or find the right group. It was all like the business heads, you know, suitcase holders and the accountants,
solicitors,
yeah,
lawyers.
they needed my service.
Yeah.
But
We need theirs.
we need theirs, but I was always looked down upon. Even shooting events, private functions, christenings, birthdays, my clients would not look down on me. It was more their guests. Like, I would not be looked at, you know, or taken seriously, or, you know, I'll say, okay, time for a group shot. There's a certain amount of people to totally ignore me. I'm like, who do you think you are? You know, so those little things chipped away at me for a very long time. Sometimes I'd be left in tears, but then when Business Mum Society popped up a couple of years ago for me, I don't know how long BMS was available, but you've popped up on social media and my eyes lit up. I'm like, oh my God. And I'd constantly like talk you up with my husband. I don't think I've even met you at that point. I'm like, I joined straight away. I didn't even question it. Whatever message you had out there, I didn't know what it was. I'm like, that's my tribe. So, and then I saw you at the award ceremony, and I'm like, babe, this is her. You were just a celebrity. You were just wondering why this crazy lady is. With you. And then you haven't gotten rid of me since. So,
you haven't got rid of me either.
Yeah, so that's why it's so important. Like, when you see someone like on the socials, like if you see us on socials and we are your vibe, just come and join us, because it's so important to have that person, or even if you just click with one or two people. Like Joe was saying in the previous episode, like, it wasn't for like having those conversations, you weren't able to set those boundaries, or the confidence,
absolutely,
to set those boundaries with your customers, or you probably weren't even aware that you were taken advantage of.
Yeah.
So with collectively, we have so many years of experience. We could save you so much time and energy, and money. Like, time would be the top one to just get to that point of where you can set your boundaries with your customers. But at the end of the day, we're here to network and not just like be together with, like, you just sitting together is like getting rid of that lonely feeling, like, because you know you've got somebody there for you.
I get asked a lot, why do I need to network?
Yeah.
Have you heard of that, Joe?
Yeah.
Like, why should I come? Like, okay, like I said, you don't have to just join our group.
Yeah.
Network with so many different groups.
Yeah, it's not a cult.
Join ours. But join ours.
It's not a cult.
It's not a cult.
But why do you think so many people? So hang on. People are lonely in business, but they're still scared to join a networking group. What do you think it is, Joe? Especially now, because you've been in the journey just more recent, and it's been lockdowns. I know people still have a bit of social anxiety. Like, what do you think it is?
Well, I know that for me, it was a combination of different things. It was, I don't have time. I don't have time to do that. I don't have time to meet with these people. I don't have time to network, and you know, And then I think it's also that false sense of shouldn't need to have someone else to, kind of do this with me. I decided to do this business. I should be able to do it.
Yeah.
And it was like what we were talking about in the other episode. It's that guilt of I should be able to do this. But I very quickly realized that it's one thing to go from having a 9 to 5, you have work colleagues, you have an outside life away from your home life, away from my son, away from all of those things. I was having adult conversations. And then when I quit, or like I even just reducing my hours and I started doing my business, who do you talk to? My husband's very supportive and I'm forever grateful for everything that he's done. Please don't get this the wrong way. I love you. But it was lonely. He didn't understand. He's never owned a business. He didn't understand, the issues that I was having in trying to get clients or talking about pricing or any of the topics that we've had on this podcast. He didn't understand those things because he's never done it. He's never been in that situation of having to have those tough conversations with clients or setting boundaries or those kinds of things. In his mind, he just goes to work, does his hours, comes home, he switches off. When you're in a business, you don't have that. I don't have anyone to talk to about it. I can't talk to my 4-year-old about it. He's now 5. But you know what I mean? I can't sit there and sit him down and say, this client. Like I can't. I very quickly felt very isolated and like I couldn't talk to anyone about anything. No one in my family, aside from my dad, had run a business, and he ran a business like 25 years ago where things were very different. Yeah. And he had a team.
Yeah.
And it was lonely. It was so lonely. I had no one to talk to. And that's really what it boiled down to. I had no one to talk to. Now I have lots of people to talk to. And we all know that I don't shut up.
And you got so much that I said, hey, come and co-host a podcast with me. Look at that.
She's like, who talks the most, Joe?
Yeah. But when we start our business, a lot of the time we start it because we found that we had a struggle, and then from there we created a business, like me. So decorating was born like that. BMS was born like that. So I think you need to go out there and share your story.
So the question that you the reason why you're here today is because you questioned, how are people going to find me? Like our mutual client thought if they opened up their business, people are going to find them automatically. And it was dealt with a lot of, depression and, like reality hit. But you already questioned that from such a young, early stage. So you already had that curious mind, whereas a lot of people don't. They think if they open that business up, people are going to come flooding through the gates. And networking has to be part of your marketing strategy.
No matter what business
you're in.
I was going to ask, can any business be networking?
Yes, you have to network. And sometimes your skill isn't enough. It's also who you know. And it doesn't have to be high-end, top famous people that you know. It's who you know in your community, in your network. It is who you know to help you push your skill over. You can't rely on just your skill alone.
But I think it's also worth flipping it and also understanding that networking doesn't mean that you're going to go into this networking group. And if you take it from the angle of, I'm going to join this networking group because all these people are going to know about me and all the people in that group are going to buy from me.
You need to still network in that network.
Yeah. And what you put in.
Yeah.
And so if you're going to network and you join this networking group and then you don't do anything with it, you don't talk to really anyone, it's just very surface level, you're not going to get anything out of it. You have to hustle.
You have to.
What do I say? Networking, especially in BMS, is like a gym membership.
Yes.
You have to put the work.
I'm constantly asking for coffee dates, even with non-members. I'm having one next week with a non-member, just to show them like what value. And we need to pay the membership because otherwise BMS is not going to exist. Like we can only go to a certain amount. Like the money needs to be invested and reinvested to grow it and make it bigger and bring other people. This is why memberships are so important. Yes, you don't need to be a member to join these networking days, but on like day one I paid them because I saw value in what BMS has for us, and it gave me a platform to start my own workshop. Like I never thought that would even happen, to stand in front of people and tell them about what I know. So can you imagine like we reinvested all that money back into BMS, like a bigger platform can be given to us. So,
and again, you get what you put in.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm all about community. That's who I am. I am a community worker from that dot. I believe you're going to start a small business, you have to keep it real and be honest. You don't have to tell everyone.
No, but
just keep it real. So I'm all about that. So I don't know if that shows, but I'm sure it does because a lot of people have approached me. But what does community in business, especially business mum network, what does it mean to both of you? So I'll go, I'm going to ask that to both of you. So Karma, if you can answer first.
Oh, okay. What it means?
Joe.
Can Joe give an example first for me?
Okay, that's fine.
Sometimes
Joe.
I need the help.
Yeah, if you've got an extra minute, okay.
Yeah.
So Joe, is community big for you?
Yeah, absolutely. That when you find that you're right, and look, not every community that you try and join. Community, I think it's important to of them and see what we do. But when you do find that community, it's one of those things where you feel uplifted, you feel supported, you feel like you can talk to these people about anything, and not just business stuff, but sometimes even just family things or things that are going on in your personal life, or that these people are going to be there for you in every part of your journey, not just business, but everything in general. Because that level of support that you get from a good networking group, and obviously we probably got people that are listening that are not necessarily in Sydney, but just find time to find your group that works for you. I think that's what is important. Don't just think that because you went to one that you're tied to that one. Go out there, explore. Like there was so many that I joined, wanted to be part of, and online it all looks lovely and fantastic. Get there and you realize it's, it's not for me. It wasn't for me.
Different ones. Yeah. So,
Karma?
Yeah. What was the question again? I'm so spaced
community.
out.
It's okay. It's all good. We're keeping it real here. So I know you have joined so many different networking groups, and you've mentioned the word community to me so many times.
You need it. You need that extra support behind you, and to feel safe to be vulnerable. Like, how many conversations have you had with other members and non-members? Like non-members have been able to feel vulnerable with you. Even with me, like it's so important to have a safe space to, I don't know how to say in English, we say in Arabic.
Say it in Arabic, I want to hear it.
To fishkhalik, to explode your insides out, like to just let it out and to have that safe space that we can hold each other. That's just very important to have a safe space and community to bounce off.
Absolutely. Yeah. That means a lot coming from you ladies. Thank you.
Yeah.
Because it's funny, when I first started this networking group, it was in 2019 and it was called Can't Heal Business Mum Connect. And it was just me putting out on Facebook, has anyone got a business out there? And it just went, does anyone want to meet for coffee? Yeah.
Straight away.
And it was a lot of my close friends or people I wasn't already sort of in the midst of, doing things with, like projects and that. They were saying, yay, someone started something out here, because all the networking groups were really male oriented.
Yeah.
And like, as much as we need the male businesses and that sort of, side of things, they didn't really understand it.
Yeah.
So it was nice to put women in a group. And I've done a lot of charity events and a lot of things over the, God, how many years? And before I had my second child, I was doing a lot of charity and give back things. So I was always in that sort of space where putting women together. So that's what I said. I've always been a community person. Anything that happened in the local area. I remember there was bushfires back in, I don't know, I think 2012, like really bad bushfires. Not far from here, Joe.
Yeah.
And I thought, wow, that was so close to home. And I put it out there saying, who wants to help? Let's put, something together. And I went to my local school, like where my kids went, and boom, everyone was on board. So if you're struggling something, start it. But so many people are scared, and that's why I thought I'm just going to start it and see how it goes.
Yeah.
but I'm not afraid of doing that.
Yeah.
And I always say, this is not perfect. I'm not perfect, but we're learning and growing together. We're just keeping it real.
If you are afraid to start anything, just reach out to any one of us. Like, that's what we're here for, and that's part of the community.
I'm going to take
Yeah.
a sip of my hot tea.
And you
Yes.
don't have to like be a member to reach out to
No,
us.
you don't.
Like I said, I could
We can lure you in
walk on the water
later.
with a mouthful of marbles. So just be
Really?
warned.
Just
be
so it
warned.
depends on the level of conversation. If you want a long one, go to Joe.
Joe, remember that first day I met you?
Yes.
At Glory
yes.
Cheese?
Yes. The
I'm like,
very
I gotta-
first time.
Yeah, I got a quick coffee. We were there for like, I swear, an hour and a half.
Yeah, the quick coffees are not quick
Well,
for
when
me.
I first met you, and I didn't realize we had met until we officially re-met in the
Oh my
business
God,
master
that's a
networking.
whole
other story.
You were
Our
like
husbands
far
even know
away.
each other.
Our husbands were the ones chatterboxing, but you were a bit too far to have a conversation with. And then I kept calling it Miss Carla.
Oh, well, I am Miss Carla.
Miss Carla was like, "Yeah, you guys have met." I'm like, "Man, I don't remember." But my
was like,
husband
"Have we?"
remembered your husband, so we're like, "Okay, yeah, we met."
So last year's Christmas party, we were at the Warwick and we had a whole long table full of us, members and a few non-members.
I blame it on the dim lighting, okay?
Yeah,
I was
I was
wearing
gonna
my
say,
glasses,
yeah,
it was dim lighting.
Yeah.
And we were all glammed up to
We
the
were.
nines,
And
and then this
Things
is
in
our...
front of like flowers.
So I said, Karma, this is Joe. Joe, this is Karma. This is everyone else. A few months later, when they met again, hi, I'm Karma. Hi, I'm Joe. Girls, I introduced you at the Christmas party. What?
Oh, how embarrassing.
But anyway, so what were we talking about? We're talking about connection and community.
That was our connection.
Yes. So I feel like at some networking groups, there's a lot of pressure to look like you've got it all together,
Yeah.
even though you don't. So I remember I went to one networking group and everyone was just talking about how wonderful their lives are, how their sales are just massive and blah, blah, blah. I just didn't feel like there was a connection. I felt like they
It
were
was just show pony.
Yeah, like, okay. It's good to talk up your business and say, yeah, it's been really super busy and this and that. But right now we're in a cost of living crisis. If you're out there saying you are absolutely smashing it day in, day out, oh my God, good luck to you. But I know so many businesses that are struggling right now. I'm okay to say I was one of those. So I'm not going to sit here. I was going to say stand here. I'm not going to sit here and say, I've got it all together. No, I don't. But I'm okay with sharing that. And it's relatable. Because there's probably listeners out there who are thinking of starting, or they're quite seasoned in business, or they might just be in a bit of a hole at the moment going, oh my gosh, my sales have declined. It's okay. We understand. We don't say in this networking that it's perfect.
No, it's hard work. Exactly.
It's damn hard. What do I say most weeks in our group chat, in our private group chat? So ladies, you've got this. Yes, it's tough right now.
Sometimes it is the economy and it's not you. My husband had to keep reminding me that it was the economy and not me. But it does play on your mind a lot.
It does.
It
But
depresses you. But this is why we need
we uplift each other.
That's why we need this network together, because otherwise
so glad
we
I
just
started.
stir crazy. Because like photography, anything creative is always the last thing people want to pay or can pay for because they need to feed their family and keep them alive.
Creative, really.
Anything creative. So if you're in a creative space, this is definitely the network you need, because we
get it.
We get it, and it's a roller coaster, big ass roller coaster. Right?
I think it's also very unrealistic for people to think that as soon as they get in business that it's always going to keep grow. Like it's not linear. It's never going to be linear.
Not at all.
And if you're going into business thinking that that's how it's going to be, it's such a false hope. And Instagram and social media in general make it look like that's how it is, when in reality it's up, down. I have really great months, and then there's other months where I'm like, okay, we need to figure something out.
Yeah.
100%.
That's why we should also do an online, like business should also be a bit online. Yours is a bit hard because unless you do like creative courses or something, I don't know. But but that's a whole nother kettle of fish to tackle.
What about connections? So joining networking groups, you're not going to connect with everyone.
No,
We've got different personalities. We've got different lives. Like some members here are not mums. So they might not relate to me with 2 teenage sons, or sorry, not even teenage, what are they, adult sons. Like, I get it. Like, we're not going to connect with everyone. Like, but can you share some light, like, on how we can still support one another?
Well, I think it's just important to understand that even if you don't share things in common with other people, that you still have that level of respect, and you're both still on the same journey. We're all in business. And you respect them, they respect you.
Yeah.
Like, there are some of the women in the group that I'm really, really close to, and then there's others that I haven't had the chance to get really, really close to, and that's fine. I still support them. I still like all their stuff, and I still comment on everything. Like, I think there's ways to show support that doesn't necessarily have to mean that, oh my God, they're my best friend, and you know, that's fine. I'm not going to be best friends with everyone. I also just don't have time to be best friends with everyone. And that's okay.
Yeah.
But just be respectful.
Yeah. And supportive. Support is the most big thing.
You don't know, like, sometimes I say things, but I don't realize how much it will help and impact another member. Sharing your stories and your struggles can help other members as well, and that's part of
The connection.
the connection.
Yeah, absolutely. And is there any advice you would give some of the women out there who are starting a business? Because there's a lot of people out there. Lately, I've been speaking to, they're like, I'm thinking of starting a business. And I'm like, holy moly, you're in the middle of a cost of living crisis, you're thinking. But when I hear their story, I'm like, that's amazing, because they're problem solving.
Yeah.
It's a great opportunity to go for it. But what I always say to these people is, go get some mentorship.
Yeah.
I'm not your mentor. I'm your connector, but not your mentor.
Yeah.
Go get some connections in, like, Business Connect, or reach out to this person and that person. I think it's amazing. So what's some advice you could give to these women who are starting out right now?
Don't go into it thinking that just because you're joining a network that it's going to amplify your business. You need to put in that hard work. So like you said, we're the connectors. It's up to you to go to those coaching sessions with like the government funded ones at Louisa.
The Business Connect.
So the Business Connect, you need to put in the hard work. It's hard work. Don't go into this thinking it's, okay, well, I have this problem I can solve and people are going to come flooding to the gates. You need to actually put in the work. So that's my little advice.
And what about the people that are scared to network? I get that all the time.
I'm scared all the time until I'm not.
Growth happens
But
when
you need to be scared. If you're scared, means don't be scared of being scared. Like, embrace that feeling, because now I can stand up in front of people and talk. I can talk on a podcast. Talking for me was a big obstacle I had to face. But the only way to face it is to do it. You got to do it. I did everything scared. I went to my first job ever, photography job. Never had a photography job before. Because I knew the skill on how to execute it. I had that for me, but I still did it. Everyone's like, how did you do it? I go, I do it scared. I don't let fear stop me from doing anything. I can have a cry session or, meltdown with my husband, but then he's like, pushes me out the door.
Just do it.
Do it.
That's what my husband says. Just do it. What are you waiting for? Just do it. How hard is it? Oh, very hard.
And everyone else sees your worth. Why can't you?
Yeah, I think growth doesn't happen when you sit in your comfort zone. You have to be okay with being uncomfortable. And then when you do it, then you do it again. And you do it again. And then you do it again. And then you do it again. And then eventually, this isn't too bad.
Yeah, and you keep doing it. I realized I had to take it in my own hands, because I remember like yesterday, I would call other photography companies and each one said no to come in. And then the last conversation I had, well, how am I going to learn if I don't, come in and work with you? They're like, sorry, but you just got to do it yourself. I'm like, so I did. I had to do it myself.
Yeah.
And it's better because I learned my own technique, my own style, rather than learning from other photographers' style. So you can't rely on other people for your success.
True. I was saying this before off air is you think your friends and families are going to support you in your business. Half of my family and friends, they don't own businesses, or they're in different sort of niches.
It's not because they hate you.
But they don't get it. So I can't go to them for advice. Yeah. You know what I mean? I mean, sometimes they give it and I think, I might take it or leave it, but they don't get it. They really don't.
Yeah.
So if you've been in business or if you haven't networked before and you are feeling lonely, I think the big thing is conquer that fear.
You have to.
It's
if not for yourself, for your kids, if you have children, or for your partner or your family or your livelihood, the lifestyle you want has to be earned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, nothing comes easy.
And it's not supposed to.
Exactly. Because then you don't appreciate it.
Mm.
Like business is hard. It is so hard. You're juggling so many things. You're pushing through everything. And if you go into it thinking that, oh yeah, this is going to be so easy and I'm going to be rolling in money, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and the moments where I'd feel sorry for myself and then I'd have to snap myself out of it.
But I think it's okay to
And
accept that you feel that way,
Yeah.
because it's not always going to be roses and butterflies.
No. And then don't see people on socials, oh my God, they're killing it. They're just literally creating the content to make you feel like that they're successful. You don't know what happens behind closed doors. They're just that's their part of their marketing scheme. If they're making you feel bad about what you're doing in your own business, unfollow them, mute them, hide them. That's what
I say stay in your lane.
Stay in your lane. Focus on, if you're too busy focusing on everybody else, you're not going to be, where's the energy to focus on your own business? It's not there.
Imagine all that time sitting on socials and scrolling. Imagine all that time you could be investing on yourself or in your business. And that's massive.
Yeah, I've seen too many people.
And again, it goes back to that comparison again.
Yes.
I did it to myself. I did it to myself.
Just always compare.
Yeah. The best advice I ever got was, if somebody's making you feel bad, not because of what they're doing, because they're obviously
not doing it on purpose.
They're successful in their own way.
Yeah.
Just unfriend them or mute their account, because you find someone that empowers you. But also come back to those accounts and just think about, like, okay, maybe that's as an inspiration rather than comparison. So just change the way you think.
Networking. It's a big thing, hey? So many people are scared of it.
Yeah. I know. We had so many people that have recently come to a session or whatever, and they're like, oh, I've been watching for ages and I'm just too scared to join or too scared to come, or I'm by myself. And it's like, so?
I know there's fees involved, but there's fees involved with everything you do these days. And the fees are there because I've got a business to run. Again, it's that what we spoke last episode, know your worth. I knew back in the day that I had to make a change with the Carntil Business Mums Connect, that I started just having coffees in a local cafe. I listened to what people wanted.
Yeah.
My mentors said, create this as a business. People clearly need this service. Do it before someone else does. Amanda Rose, hello girlfriend, she said to me, do it before someone else does, like right now. Right now. And I went, I got home and said to Emmanuel, Amanda Rose said, I have to do it right now. And he goes, I already told you about 5 months ago. Do you need to listen to other people? And I'm like, yes. But again, I was just scared. Are people going to come and pay for membership? Why would they join me? I'm not a corporate person. I'm an early childhood educator. Yes, I've got a great business, but why would people join my community?
Yeah.
But hey, fast forward, we hit the 2-year mark just last week. 2 years of Business Mums.
Yeah.
Round of applause.
Whoa.
Yay.
So I joined pretty early, eh?
I think you joined maybe last April.
Yeah.
So
I thought you were
no. So that was what's that about? I don't know. Can't do my math.
Yeah, me
9 months in. 9 months in. I don't know. Anyway, we're not here doing maths. But basically, I was just so afraid. Was anyone going to join? Why would they want to join this networking group? But again, there's value in it. And there's so many people bouncing off each other. And I say that all the time. And it's just the support. And sometimes people go, oh, why are you doing your networking events like that? Well, where's the rules? Who says I have to do it a specific way? I'm serving you guys what you want, what works for us. I'm listening to everyone's feedback. Oh, Carla, how about this? Oh, okay. Yep. Let's see if I can create it. Not because every other networking is doing it. I have to do it that way. No, I'm staying in my lane.
Exactly.
I'm not doing anything.
Do your thing.
There might be some things that are similar to other networking. And that's okay, because there are going to be similarities. But why do I have to stick to the norm? Where's the rule book of networking? I don't see anyone out there.
Yeah, and it works for us. And I mean, I can confidently say that my business and I am where I am today because of business mums.
Oh, I just got to chill down.
Yeah,
It's fine. Thank
100%.
you.
1000%.
I'm so glad. That's just makes my heart sing. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Coming from a person where I've struggled so much.
Yeah.
And I say to every Empower Her event, I share my story in the beginning. Oh, you're the slime lady.
Mhm.
I swear to God, I can just see the women scrunching their noses now
Mhm.
of that judgment.
Yeah, I still get like my
You
husband
know?
was paranoid the other night that I got laughed at for being a photographer because the guy was like, "More money's money." I'm like, "Okay."
It's not a judgment again.
Yeah.
Damn it.
And they're in a
Judgment.
creative space too, mind you. But money's money. Yeah, well, yeah, money is money, and I'm doing what I love. So, but I didn't realize he was trying to laugh at me. I don't know. I didn't see that. I just thought, yeah, I'm talking about it. My poor husband was like,
How are we going for time, Joe?
40 minutes.
40 minutes.
40 minutes. I feel like we can talk about this all the time. All day and all the time.
Yeah.
It's such a big thing because, especially with Instagram, the amount of followers that come in week after week. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like there obviously is a need or
There is a
a
big
want
need.
or something out there. I don't know what it is. I use Facebook, but not as much, but I find Instagram
Mhm.
it's just really working. And I don't know what to say to people, but join our one or network elsewhere and
Yeah.
come and see one of ours because it's so important. And
Mhm.
you know what? We've been in business, you and I, Carla, for a long time, longer than Joe. We're still learning every day. You know what I mean?
And you're never going to stop learning.
No.
And I think it's important to always learn. Things change, times change, new things come out.
Yeah.
AI, you know, now we all have to learn how to use AI. ChatGPT.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think you can't dig your head in the sand and just think that the world is not happening around you. It's forever going to be changing, and find a group that works for you, whether that's business mums or whether that's a different group. Find one that works for you, find that one that you can connect with and make the most of it.
Yeah,
put the
you
work
do.
in because it's not just as simple as joining the group and then expecting everything. You've got to put the work in.
Yeah. Have to.
And someone's always going to refer your business.
Yeah.
So you probably haven't used everyone in the group. You probably haven't either. But you know they've got a great business. Right now, you don't need that service because of any reason. It could be you just don't need it or because of cost of living and you're not ready putting your time and money into that service right now. But if you are out with girlfriends or family functions and you hear, hey, I need such and such, in your head, you're like, oh, this is a person, you can give them the details.
Yeah, exactly.
That's networking.
Yeah.
It's really, really important. So whether you're working from your kitchen table, renting a stall at a market or building something bigger, this episode is pretty much for every woman who is building a business and looking for genuine connection. Am I right, girls?
Yes. You are right.
So we have come to the end and we can talk about this till the cows go home. Is that the right
Cows come home?
Come home. What did I say? Go home? Maybe it's time for me to go home.
Yeah.
I am in
You
my
are
home. Told you, I keep on looking. All jokes aside, I know what I'm talking about. So next episode, we have a special guest coming in and I won't be there to meet the lovely lady, but stay tuned because we are having a special guest with a bit of knowledge about exercise, I believe. Is that right, Joe?
Yeah, so we have the lovely Bella joining us. Bella is the owner of a Pilates studio called That Pilates Place in Oran Park.
Pilates Place.
Yeah, TPP.
Oh, I love it. I can't wait to listen to all about it.
She's going to share with us all her knowledge, insight. She's quite fresh in business, so I think having that fresh perspective and having someone that's so fresh in business. So, yeah, I'm very much looking forward to talking to her.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you for listening today, lovely ladies out there.
Thank you.
My tea isn't quite cold, so that means
Still good.
I did
We
all
did
right.
okay for time.
Yeah. So thank you so much, ladies, for joining me today. And
Thank you.
we'll see you next time.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.